Tap somebody on the shoulder, say let's grow tonight. Tap somebody on the shoulder, say I'm hugging life. Everybody waiting for their section of the pie, and I'm supplying it because I learned to bake when I was 5. Kissing in the kitchen, I'm inviting you to fall through. Put me in your memory and pick up when I call you. I don't care what position you in or what you happen to be in your life. Only need a few when I make you mine. I just wanna rage, won't waste your time. Baby doll, baby boy. Got a lot of songs that I hope you enjoy. We can dance all night, no noise complaints. Tell me you a lame, but I know you ain't. Wait, shout out to the innovative people, hey, who couldn't care less about what people say. Celebrating all your mistakes, all of your change and all the accolades, yay. Shout out to the innovative people, hey, who couldn't care less about what people say. Celebrating all your mistakes, all of your change and all the accolades. It's okay, no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah.
The city of hate sending so much love. If I can't get around, then I'll rise above. And when I'm down deep at my lowest, you'd be surprised I could go below it. Broken to pieces like Humpty Dumpty. Hear my words and don't become me. If you do, you could rise out too. But it's a long haul, and that's the truth. We all wanna fly, some even try, some chip or two, some just die. Never look back and don't forget it. If you do, you will regret it.
Okay, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. No problems. No problems. You awesome. Move. No problems. No problems. You awesome. Move, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless, yeah. You awesome, you awesome, regardless, yeah. You awesome, we gon' move regardless, yeah. You awesome, we gon' move regardless, yeah. You awesome, we gon' move regardless.
let's turn that down. All right, to turn this up. Let's get rid of this.
I do not know if your intention is clear, my
There we
dear.
go.
It turns on often more likely than not it appears. I cannot help but hate feeling sadness.
How is everyone's night so far?
So when I have to do my things, I do
My day was eventful.
when I have to go to a bathroom inside, when I have to look
My night is pretty good.
around and cry,
It's pretty
when I
good.
have to prove to myself I'm myself. I said, start yelling.
There we go.
Your grandma's gonna hear
All right. So we're trying to get our money's worth out of this program right now. Hello, everybody. And since we kind of did something new since we got back on here, I think I'm gonna do it again tonight since I'm up. I got a little bit of energy before I fall asleep again, of course. Luckily, I got sleep the last few days since I'd done the live stream. But it was kind of funny. I don't know if it was because of the full moon this week or whatnot. But I was up. I couldn't go to sleep a few days. And I'm a night owl anyway, so that's why I prefer doing these at night after a certain time period. Plus, everyone's sleeping but me. So the kids are sleeping, the wonderful woman's sleeping. And it gives me time to chill and catch up on other things, like watching some YouTube videos or some of my favorite shows to watch, which today I was just watching Invincible, and then I was just watching The Whitest Kids You Know. It's on Amazon Prime right now, which is one of my favorite comedy troops. And Rip Trevor Moore, he died, I think it was a few years ago, if I remember, during the whole COVID era of our lives. Oh crap, I dropped that. Let me grab that. But yeah, it's a blast from the past. It's great that it's on Amazon. And, I pretty much was watching it on YouTube. But you can too, I guess, if you don't got Amazon. Wow, I don't know. Maybe since Amazon has the rights now, they're going to probably strike that or something. But, yeah, I was watching it on YouTube besides watching it on, oh God, was it HBO or something? Or Fuse? It might have been that. I forget how I got introduced to the Whitest Kids You Know, but yeah, that was like 2 decades ago or something like that. It was a while ago. But they're still around doing stuff, and actually one of the guys, Zach, I forget his last name, but he is actually a director now for a couple of horror movies, I think it was. Well, he at least did that movie, oh my God, I can't even think of the name right now. Let's see what we find out here. YouTube that. We're gonna have to search that up. Oh my God, what's the name of that movie? Barbarian. I didn't even have to look at it. It just had to come into my name. Barbarian, and that was it was a pretty cool movie. I think the ending kind of was a lot of movies are like that. The ending is just like everything, the build up to it, and then the ending is just like they don't know how to end it, or whatever. It's how they wrote the story itself, but. That's about really it. I didn't like the ending too much, but the build up to it and everything was great. It was almost like 2 different movies in a sense. It had like, was it Bill Skarsgård, I think, was in it, or one of the Skarsgårds? Some other chick, and then Justin Long was in it, and which is interesting, he plays like a good asshole, to be honest with you. But still, I enjoyed the movie. I think he's doing the new Resident Evil reboot. I think that's what Sony has him doing. So he's done another movie. Let's look that up. I'm drinking some RC.
Pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order.
Oh.
The Herpanwo Show on Herpanwo Radio.
Promo.
Every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Free to listen to, free to download. Great guests and features. Space weather and all the latest news. Talk to the host, guest, and other listeners in the Herpanwo Radio chat box.
You could get a promo on the network. We'll throw a spot on you, friend. Someone suggesting. I should have just talked to the promo there. But friends out there with businesses want to throw a promo, listen. The network itself is pretty much, whoever is part of the Podbean has a Podbean account or of course catches up on, Facebook or YouTube, which you can find it at the Anonymous Radio Network. But the network itself, what makes it a network, is the many podcasts that are on there. And we have mine, obviously me, LCGH. So there's like 2 or 3 podcasts I'm on technically. So you got 3 of just me, which we have now. And then we have Eddie V's old episodes. I don't know how many they're on, but they're on there. They're all randomly put on. And then I think we have some Mindset. And then we have, oh my God, I'm forgetting their names. It's been so long, but a lot of the network has just basically been kind of like a collective now. Many of the guys that were on there, we had like an anime podcast. There you go. There was an anime podcast. It's still on there. They're recorded by the guy who was doing it hasn't done. Actually, I don't think we haven't talked since pretty much the end of COVID, if I remember correctly. Oh, this is a great song actually. Who is this? Kangaroo. It takes so long without you. I feel that. But we have that. We had a guy who was kind of like doing a daily diary. And it was funny. A lot of was flowing through the COVID era. And then, of course, everyone kind of stopped. So I guess we came back to our daily lives. Back to the grind. Let me pull that out. Come on. But yeah, so we have that. The Digitimes Illinois, which is my friend Matt, who was on earlier this week. He slowed down because he was moving and everything, but he was posting on the network as well. That's recent stuff. And then there's like one more. But anyways, you're gonna tune in. You're gonna find all sorts of podcasts and music, which is what you're listening now. It's on the network. You tune into the network. You can follow the link, which is in the profile here of YouTube and Facebook, which is where I'm streaming live from. And then you can find a link for our 24/7 live or radio stream, which has this all programmed into me. I'm doing the program, the radio head. So you can tune in at any point during the day, and you're going to catch music or a show. And of course, if you listen long enough, you're probably going to hear a lot of them. Though, yeah, I guess so. There's still things I update here and there, but I should be updating regularly. Like I was saying, I've been taking it easy. Pretty much, in a sense, towards the tail end of COVID, because a lot of stuff was going on. And it took a toll. There was a lot of things and some time to talk about that. Of course, I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to stay up till maybe I'll stay up till 2, 3. We'll see. But since I was up, I wanted to burn the last bit of energy, and I have to clean this cage out. Which there it is. You can see that. That's my Brachypelma albopilosum macrylida tarantula, one of the more docile ones. And you see, she kind of made a mess here and has covered her hide up. So I'm going to get rid of this and put something else there since she's not using it right now, which is totally fine. But I have another spider that can use this type hide. But yeah, a lot of things. So I slowed down, and I didn't get a chance to cover all this on the test episode I had, episode 9, I guess, and then episode 10 I had Matt on. And I was trying to. It took forever to rehouse the scorpion that I had. Yeah, there's a lot to catch up on since the last time I did these live streams, and they were starting to gain a following. I wish I didn't stop, but it's okay. That's what I realized. It's okay. Even now, the reason why I'm kind of getting back into it is mostly because there's a call for it. I guess people ask me all the time, you still doing your podcast? Which is funny. I don't know what it is, but I have many friends on Facebook, and then they get surprised that I do a podcast, and it's like no one has seen it, but I'm assuming part of that is because I've been, my account has been stricken with a lot of flags over the last handful of years for various reasons. And I'm assuming that might be part of the algorithm pushing me lower. Because I noticed that, more specifically Facebook, of course, is what I'm talking about, that when I'll post some things, I'll get like more engagement like later in the day, later in the week. You know, some post that I made days ago all of a sudden start getting, you know, what is interactions, as they call it, as the kids say. So I'm like, what the heck? So it surprises me. You know, there's people I talk to that follow me on Facebook, and they're like, and of course I don't post often. That's another thing. But when I did, I was like, I wondering, did you know, you know? And I think they kind of remember my old days of podcasting, and that's probably why, because that's when I was promoting it more. But yeah. So, and then people ask me, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know, really. You know what? So it's like basically me. You're talking to me basically on the podcast, but you know, of course, it's my views on nerd stuff, geek stuff, like the Dilly Geeks podcast, which this whole thing is gonna be like a mix, an amalgamation of all that put into this, where we're just chilling and I can talk about these things. Where when I finally get going here. And doing these individual podcasts, there's going to be the paranormal one, there's going to be the geek podcast, again, the LCGH podcast, which is the paranormal one. So if you're watching now, I am, or, you know, I am more of a fair weather paranormal enthusiast, investigator, hobbyist, whatever. I've been involved with that field since I was 16 years old, so I'm 42 now. So yeah, I'm not gonna do the math right now, but that's obviously over 2 decades. Well, almost going on 3 decades when I think about it. But yeah, I got involved when I was 16, and it's been a growing interest. So obviously, because I'm saying that, I do have the LCGH podcast, which we're more focused on it. We originally started on Blog Talk Radio, which doesn't exist, and now a lot of those files are gone because by the time I logged back into my account, which had thousands of listens, which was interesting. I mean, we're talking about like, I got to find a screenshot, but at least 50,000 listens over the years, and we weren't even promoting it. But that's how good the Blog Talk community was. But they don't exist anymore. They shut their doors down, finally, back in January, I think it was. And by the time I checked things, they were already saying that they're closing up shop and you wouldn't be able to get into your account, which I couldn't. I found out, and I tried to, at the time I was in between jobs, which is basically that's all I am, is always in between jobs, waiting for the next job to start, and so on. So at the moment I was like, should I pay for the subscription right now? Because I'm already paying for my website, and I went away from Blog Talk because to cut down on cost, I could just build a website and then get all the things that I use Blog Talk for on my own for probably half the cost, And that's what I was kind of going over with when I originally did the live stream on the 9th, when I was rambling on how much, certain things cost with just the equipment, just like this setup here. If you got old iPhones and you got an iPad, old iProducts, you can get this going. You just got to pay for the subscription. So you already have everything built in. And you don't need this fancy mic and, the mixers that I have. You really don't need it. So you can really do this stuff for cheap. And I see podcasts and YouTube channels that, are either filmed on a phone or just straight up no great production at all. Literally almost sometimes worsely lit than what this is, and they're just got good personalities and, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, views and subscribers and such. I wish I had my margarita. I finished it earlier while I was watching Invincible. Again, good show. But anyways, it was a good platform, but yes, I could have stayed on, but they started raising price. When I started, it was cheap as heck, and you could do all these things. And of course, if you followed me, if you really follow me on my stuff, you would know we've talked about Blog Talk Radio here and with my buddies up north in Canada on the whatchamacallit, Steve and Alex's podcast. Oh my God, Nocturnal Frequency. Jesus, I can't remember these things. It's late, right? And everything else. And I'm coming down now. I'm trying to relax. I was like, let's get this going this way. Just burn off some of this energy right now. So, anyways, we were all on that. That's how we kind of got started. We all kind of started together on Blog Talk Radio, and then I started with the paranormal stuff, and then eventually it grew into a network. So people, which is funny that comes up because, and that kind of inspired me a little bit today to jump on this, but I found on Twitter, I didn't find them, I'm following them, but I got the alert that they were doing a live stream on Twitter, and you couldn't really do that before. Now you can, and I was like, well, let's tune in to, my old friends, the Boss Rush Network, and Eddie V was one of the shows that was on ours. He has a whole different thing going on over there, but when I stopped, everything stopped, which is interesting. And there's various reasons why I stopped, but every time I look at it, I feel like I got to do something about this lighting. But so when I stopped, everything stopped, so that changed a lot. But when we were doing it, it was that. Then I had another friend who was kind of doing like a DJ mix, so he would come up with these mixes called the Good Vibes Playlist, and you basically have different songs, and he would mix them together with his own and find different alternative versions and whatnot, and kind of just blend it all together. And that was a really good playlist. A lot of people actually, when we were going, they were like, oh, I really dig this Good Vibes playlist. Eventually, on Blog Talk, they started to edit the episodes because the music that was on there. Sorry, sweetie. She is, I don't know, she might be molting soon. There's a little spot on her, which we'll get to this here. And I might show you some terrain or something before we leave, but I kind of wanted to clean this up a little. It's been bothering me because I'm doing a test. But I'm going to go through that as we go out here. So, yeah, before I, ramble on more and then forget. So, yeah, we started Blog Talk. I started on Blog Talk. We had different shows. We were doing the Anomalous Think Tank, I think we had. We had Dak on, which was part of a different network. And then we came together. And then we went our different ways. He's on Twitter as well. I haven't talked to him. Well, a lot of them, we just all kind of, just do our own things in life. And I gotta admit, the COVID thing kind of pushed people away from many things, That's kind of thing I didn't get to talk about. I hint to it every so often, but that really was an interesting whole thing, and I would probably have more time and energy for that conversation, but I'm just putting it out there. So you're watching this and you're interested in maybe my point of view on that, which I will say I'm pretty neutral. I'm not I got a bit. I may come off certain waves, certain ideologies may push me in certain categories, but that's because I'm pretty neutral, when it comes to things. So when I'm looking at the whole COVID thing and certain things, I'm coming more from like a neutral perspective because I can understand both sides, and I think that's the problem that was COVID and problem with everything that's going on in this world, as well as our current modern politics. There's a disconnect because we trap ourselves in these ideological boxes, and then we start creating dogmas with it, and you see it all the time. And for me, I'm a type of person who wants to get away from dogmas and being trapped in boxes. So so that means I understand certain people's plights and so on. But you gotta admit, no matter if you understand certain things and you do have empathy, you can't let those things kind of cloud you to like certain realities, right? So even though I may have empathy and understanding of certain ideologies. I still can see the faults or the goofiness, as I like to call it, because we're all a little goofy. Everything's all goofy. Within those ideologies, those dogmas, you know. So, and that's kind of what this whole thing is about. It's like, you know, get these ideas, get these points out, you know. One, because that's back to the original point. When I'm talking to certain people, they'll be like, "Oh man, you should do a podcast on this. Do you do?" And I'm like, "I actually do," and you know, and this happens a lot, you know. And again, people ask me, "You still doing your podcast? You're still, you know?" And it's like, yeah, you know what? I should get back into. That's the whole point. Starting on Blog Talk. I've been separate from the whole sphere of, you know, internet radio, podcasting, live streams, blah, 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 for more than a handful of years. And I've just been sprinkling things in here and there. And it feels good to get back because it's kind of like what I like doing. You know, I like hanging and I like talking, obviously, even if I'm just rambling. And some people like to listen to my talks and rambles, so that's kind of what initiated, and you know, my experiences with paranormal and life. You know, yeah. So that's why I'm trying to do all this, because I want to do it. I'm getting out of that funk in a sense, because there was a lot going on, and then prior to that, I kind of slowed down podcasting too because I was traveling for work, so that didn't help. So like within the last 8 years. It was pretty hectic, you know. I can't even believe those 8 years flew by like that. I mean, I got a 7-year-old coming soon, a 7-year-old child, and that's quite interesting, and it's fun. That's another thing. I don't even remember if I had kids. No, I had to have kids when I was doing some of the live streams during COVID. I think my daughter. So she she might have been 3 or so when I started doing these live streams. I didn't have kids, obviously, when I first started. So, you know, if you're just catching up and whatnot, if you used to hear me from the earlier days, I got kids now. And it's funny, many of my fellow podcasters also have kids now. So salute to you guys out there, Alex being one of them. But a lot of things have changed. Trust, you know, you've been following me too, and this is your first time tuning in. You see this all change. I'm a whole new area. Most definitely a lot of things to talk about there, and probably try to explain those types of things without being offensive, I guess. But I've been through some things, you know. So let's. Oh hell yeah, having kittens. Let's you take that all in. I'm gonna take that all in because there's a lot to go over while we have this time, and I'm gonna get this set up here, and we're gonna listen to some Having Kittens real quick. Like I said, if you're interested in some of my paranormal stuff and whatnot, put them in the chats, make them suggestions for shows. I'm slowly gonna try to get that going because I have some people to bring on to talk about those things. And if you're interested on some of the other topics I brought up so far and what things, anything, leave them in the comments, message me. Let's hit up, join the live stream. You know, let's talk about it while we have it. And let's rock out for a little bit.
Bingo!
Shit Kitchen Beat by Having Kittens. A friend's band. A few friends that are in that band. Known them for most definitely at least 20 years or so. Alright, we're getting this all cleaned up. So, real quick, if you're just tuning in, this is what the show's about. I'm just going to do some stuff while I'm up and you're up. And we're going to listen to music. I'm going to talk some talk while I'm doing this stuff. And we're going to listen to music and I'm going to talk some talk and I'm going to do some stuff. That's what's going to happen. So, that's the whole point of this. Who knows what I'll talk about. I may have some planned stuff, which I do. I've done it before. You make a quick list of stuff I want to cover. But most of the stuff is just going to be me doing this because I'm just chilling. Half the time, this is all I do. Really. I focus on my work, my family, and my projects and my hobbies, which might be projects and hobbies are connected together. And one of those hobbies, which I can't even call it really a hobby, is taking care of some of our family in the animal kingdom, which is tarantulas. So I have at the moment 4 tarantulas and 2 scorpions and a Pac-Man frog when it comes to my exotic pets. And then we have 3 cats here. A red-eared slider who's almost 10 years old, or I'm sorry, it's maybe more than 10, but around there. And then betta fish and some guinea pigs. So my week is filled with not only cleaning, hanging out with kids and whatnot, but dealing with spiders and such. So yeah, it's it's pretty interesting what I'm doing half the time. So I'm feeding them. I'm trying to clean them out, make sure they got the humidity. I just got some hygrometer and thermostats to test the humidity and temperature, because it's a constant thing. These tarantulas. Oh, this is actually a really good song. And maybe I'll just stop talking and we listen to music, because all you gotta do is just put this in the background. This is what this is all about. You put it in the background, right? And then you just turn the music up when it comes on if there's music playing. So this is actually a really good song. All music locally. Permission to use. You have a band, you want to get it on here, we'll put it on here. Every band is independent here. Like I said, the one metal band is a friend's band. I think I have 3 friends whose projects are on here, maybe 4, and then the rest of them are just, people who suggested things. Like I said before, some of the music comes from the free downloads of the Chicago Singles Club, which is a few friends, their projects, and they were just interviewing and getting music from the local indie scene here, which encompasses this music, whatever this is, and rap and progressive, all sorts of things. But it's mostly like this stuff, It's kind of indie feel, and it's all Chicago, it's all Illinois based, so all locally grown here. This is what we support, local. Trump. Oh my God. Let's see. So yeah, that's what this whole thing's about. And so here we're cleaning up my curly-haired tarantula's cage, because she made a mess here, which is perfectly fine. I obviously, all the things that you're looking at are just for my purpose, in a sense, the viewer's purpose, more than her purpose. She can do this. This is what she'll do anyways. Most likely find something she can make a hole in. But yeah, this is mostly what she's going to do anyways. So I'm going to help her out of it, because I got to come up with a substrate that they can dig in and actually hide in. Otherwise, I pulled this out, this hide, because she's not using it. She literally filled it in and did this. So what I'm gonna do is maybe get some rocks and something else. Maybe we'll see. Get some rocks and maybe make like a little cave area. So hopefully she doesn't fill in. That's what this ideally was supposed to be. But since she's kind of, well, I guess maybe the reason why she filled it in because it's round and it was like easy to do. I'm planning on maybe putting the rocks here and then put something here so she just walks into it easier. And that could have been the issue. Maybe this wasn't, which I don't think it should have been that small. Oh, I'm sorry, there's the camera. I don't think it should have been that small, but maybe it was too small for her to slide in. And since she's not using it, and it's a great piece as a rock, it was just like this area showing. I have another tarantula that might need this because he has outgrown his hide, and he's doing fine. I think it's a female, or male, I'm sorry. I think she's a female. I could turn that down. It's a good song too, but we don't need that. Only the good songs get to turned up loud or when I'm not talking. So yeah, so I'm just going to do that, and I think that might be it. It just, maybe this was a little too small to get in. I don't know if I have a measuring tape. Do I have a measuring tape? Yeah. And they can, put their bodies down pretty good here. Let's see. It's like, an inch and a half, maybe? No, it's more like an inch. Somewhere around there. That's what it looks like. Maybe about an inch. So anyways, she can probably be a little bit more of an inch, and maybe that's why she covered it up. So because she's not going to use the hide, and I got to find something bigger, that's what I'm going to do. And I have another guy who's a little smaller, but we'll see. But he most definitely outgrown his hide, which was just a rock, but it was a little smaller than this. And I'd rather use these pieces for something that could, that can use it, than just have her cover. And since I did the scorpion, if you didn't check it out, although it took almost 2 hours, but we had Matt on, and we're trying to get in the process of things here. I rehoused the scorpion, which I should have just held the dude. He seemed like he calmed down and everything, and he crawled on my hand towards the end, so you get to see that. But since I'm trying to redo that, and since the scorpion requires specific temperatures, I'm trying to redo, make sure all my tarantulas are good, because I've had, it's sad. I had some deaths. I had a recent death of one of my longest owned and oldest tarantula. She was about 19 years old. She just died back in November, I think it was. And maybe she could have lived longer. Maybe it was her time. They say females could live up to. It's not necessary, but the captive females could live up to about 25 years. And I've only known people having tarantulas for like 15 years. I haven't really run into anyone longer than that. And of course, some tarantulas don't live as long as others. She was a rosehair. So, Grammostola rosea is the scientific name. This is Brachypelma albopilosum. Even though they changed the genius? I forget all that. And I took zoology. But they changed the naming, but she's still an albopilosum. But I still call her Brachypelma or curly hair tarantula. And so they're from like Honduras or something. So the funny thing is, she might freak out a little bit. This picture is from Honduras, if that's where she's from. So what I do is every cage, you get a backing, which it makes it easier for them to not freak out so much, because they don't necessarily, but it just helps create a backing where they're not constantly seeing light and stuff. So at least they'll have a backing, then we have a backing to look at, so we're not bored humans looking at a boring, almost like a pet rock, I'm not going to disturb her. If she was crawling around, most definitely, but I'm doing my best not to disturb her. So she's just chilling right now. I might put a cricket in there here once I kind of finish things up, but that's the plan. So I'm going to leave this little area here since she's kind of digging it. She keeps coming in this part of the area, and then I'm going to build this out. So if she does want to hide somewhere, which is more or less for like keeping out of the light, which she doesn't really have to worry about. I only have a battery operated light and doesn't do much when it comes to heat or anything. Wants to get away from heat maybe, or just wants to get inside something, because that's what they kind of want to do. They want to be hidden for the most part. I've had tarantulas, don't really, like she right now, doesn't sound like she really cared about having to hide. Again, maybe it was because it was a little low. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But either way, that's what I'm doing here now. So it's like, I'll continue this trend, because I got tons, like I said, tons of models. In case you want to, here's this guy again. This Necron Destroyer Lord, which is like a captain to a unit. He's so cool. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, how's it going? Boom, boom. And I can get back there. I have tons of that, and I plan, as long as I can afford keeping up with this, I have the space to do it in. I'm trying to get to keep doing these live streams, and then eventually back to podcasting, which takes a little more work than this. This does take maybe equal work, but I don't have to worry about like scheduling, writing kind of a script in a sense, an outline of what I want to talk about. That's where podcasting kind of gets. I do like just free flowing and kind of just doing what I want. I really do. That's kind of another reason why I kind of got away from podcasting. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work, So let me grab this stuff and I'll continue on that thought. Hopefully I remember. But check out this song right now. Why is my? And we're gonna grab some stuff here while we're up and doing this. And I gotta see if I can put this on. I guess I'm just gonna do TikTok stuff. I may be able to upload it on Twitter, but yeah, we'll see. So this is Crown Larks, Fog Doves. Again, you can find this on the Anonymous Radio Network. Look up our stream. I'll post a link, of course, in our comment section, and I'll try to update it in the the descriptions if you're totally interested with that stuff. And I'm gonna warn you, you're catching this now, and you didn't catch the beginning. I get it going. Sometimes I'm just trying to get it going while I'm doing other things. I mean, I'm trying to be professional, but I really don't care. So, you're gonna probably listen to like. There's episodes I've done 20 minutes of music before I actually were able to sit down and start things, because one, I may have technical difficulties somewhere, which is just the curse I have when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, you will probably listen to maybe 20 minutes of music, so you can always fast forward if you want. I don't care, it's not gonna hurt me. But I do hope you do listen to some music, because it's good stuff. I gotta admit, I sometimes I'll just turn on the internet radio and just listen to what's on there, because you can catch anything. So yeah, let me grab some stuff here. We're gonna listen to the rest of the song, whatever else comes on, and see what else we can get going. Think about how we do it, and continue some thoughts of maybe why I kind of cut podcasting, and hopefully finish this up and give her a cricket. Maybe we'll do the other guys if I'm still up enough, but we'll focus on this. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right.
This is a song about stuffing. You can use it to impress your family and friends at the next social function. Do not deviate from the method or ingredients, as it will give you an inferior product.
No heavy hitting.
fresh Parmesan Reggiano.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
So I found this fake coconut thing, and it looks big enough, so I'm hoping she'll dig this. And of course I try to face the, let's see if anyone's commenting too. Alright. Why doesn't it... That's so weird. Why doesn't it give me my... Let me go to the video like that. I'm actually surprised there's not any more views. People viewing as much. I mean, it looks like YouTube. Let's look at YouTube again real quick. I was surprised Facebook. Oh, that's cool. Whoever's watching there, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, whoever was tuning in there. All the 8 views on Facebook there. We're just checking up some Facebook stuff and. Anything on Twitter, posted up. I gotta start getting back into Twitter. It's funny how people are so mad at all that. I'm not gonna get totally into that. But. So anyways, yeah, I kind of, oh, well, here. So we found this coconut, which looks like it's big enough for her to crawl into. Where, oh, hey, hi everyone, I'm back. So, so anyways, she could crawl into it. And it's pretty big, but that's not a big deal, to be honest with you. That's not a big deal. That could take up most of that, because I've had tarantulas that literally stayed in one corner. They'll come out, do their thing, and then just go right back, like she's kind of doing right now. She usually comes back here, which, who knows, maybe that's where she feels more safe. But right now we're going to try to, and you want, like, 3 inches of substrate, so we're like close to there. I guess I could just hold it up, that would be easier so you can see. And of course, if you didn't see the backing, go back, this way, there we go. So you can see the camera in there. Oh yeah, the Spider-Man song by Natural Oil, which is Jack's brother's band. So anyways, we'll see. If she digs this in there, I'm just removing it. Just because, again, I could probably have something used instead of her digging it up. So you can see the back. But you want kind of like, the way the soil is, kind of want it that high up so you see how she's digging. And I may not even put a whatchamacallit. Man, I feel like even a bigger cage would do. But this does work. All right, this really does work for her because again, they don't really require that much room. And let me double check the length of this. I really wish I had something a little smaller, but I feel this should be good. And they usually, when they're molting as they're growing, they usually like to hide. So that's like the main reason why you want to hide. That's why I got to do the other guys, because if he molts anytime soon, he's not going to have anywhere to molt, and that helps hold the moisture and everything. So that's another reason why it just helps with the humidity as well. But so yeah, we're going to try to do this instead. If she ends up, and it could be he, but it looks like a she. If anything, I'm going to grab what I took out here and just throw it in there. Get rid of this. And she's going to be docile. This is a docile tarantula. Let's get these rocks out of the way, and then we're going to just replace what she took. And if anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some moss behind here too. What I'm going to do is try to find a hide big enough, but not like this high, not that high up, maybe a little wider or something. My other plan, I'm going to get some flat rock. I have some, I might have to cut it, but I'm going to get some flat rock so I could do something like this or something like this, or even get smaller rocks and then make like a thing. But for right now, I'm just trying to test. We're doing experiments. That's basically what we're doing. Just like I'm doing the temperature and humidity experiments, trying to get the right temperature for the scorpion, as well as my avic. I have an avic, which is like a boreal type of tarantula, and that's got to be, they have to be kind of moist. And she's small, or he's small, whatever. She just goes here, but eventually she's going to require a little bit bigger of a cage. And as you see how, here we put the camera on her. As you see how she's kind of big when she spreads out, but you see how much space they take? So ideally you want a cage like this big so they have enough room to walk around and stuff. And that's why I'm just like a little worried about this, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal because, again, it's taking that. She's probably going to chill here. She might walk up here. She might walk on the top of that. It's not, not totally that big of a deal. What I might do is even take out some of the substrate so I can build this a little lower, and then so this goes down a little more and she has just room here, which will kind of whatever, and then she could dig in there if she wants to. That's a great plan, because I could still have enough substrate and stuff here, and this is where she's webbing already, so we're going to keep some of that. So when we get her back in there, or when she goes in there, it's going to be in there, and it's kind of like her scent, That's like the main thing. I'd reused substrate. This is Eco Earth, and I think it's mixed with something else. These can probably stay over here. Let's go. Since she wants to dig. It's like the natural thing to do. So if most of this, which we're going to put in here, is just areas she's dumping stuff in, really having this so low is not going to be that big of a deal. And who knows, we might get her to crawl out, but I'm not going to force her to do anything just yet. Here, look at this. You see how she's not even freaking out. I might be able to touch her a little behind. Other tarantulas I may not test like that, but most definitely these guys, not that they wouldn't bite or anything like that, but they're less likely to. I'm like really, really less likely. Alright, so we can do that. Alright, I mean, I've had tarantulas not even this high up, they don't even dig or anything, and I end up wasting all that for them to just chill there most of the time, which is what they do. It's what they do. Can't get too mad at them. That's what they do. Now we're gonna dig this in a little bit. Sorry. Dig that. And then we're gonna stuff what I took out here with her webbing. Put that in there. Alright. Get some of that in there. Also, there's some Eco Earth. Some Eco Earth in there. Get in there and get some moss. So she has that. I guess we'll wait on that. And then start putting this stuff on the sides here. Fill that in. The rocks are not going to matter. And the moss will kind of create a little bit of something different with colors and stuff. Plus, if she's crawling and she wants to get out, because they sometimes they want to. That's why they're crawling around. They're just trying to explore, and that's like really the best time to try to handle them is when, again, on their terms. I mean, I could try to pick her up, but there's no reason totally to. It's a good song too. So right now, we're just trying to rebuild it, and hopefully, she's gonna crawl around here anyways. But eventually she might just get forced to go in there and then realize, oh heck, yeah, this is a good area. Otherwise, there is different substrate we can use that will hold together a little bit better. So when they are digging, it won't be like this. It won't collapse. And I'll have to look more into that because I don't know. I've never really seen the Abaphalosums do that. I've had some, but I'm pretty sure they were male, and they end up dying after like. Well, I don't know how old they originally were, but male tarantulas can live to almost 3 to 9 years, depending on the species. So they're not going to be living long one way or another. But I've had some, and they died within a few years or something. I think I had a couple that were a couple years old, so I had them for maybe 5 years, and they ended up dying. And there is a theory that they may. They may turn male or female depending on temperature and other things. I'm not totally sure on that. Let me just stuff some of that in there. This can go on the side. Just get that in there. And then we're going to put a little more here and then put some moss. A little more moss. The green moss. So we have just a little color variation. We'll leave her doing that. There's some, I might get her a small cap. So when water comes, usually the rocks can do that. They can keep the water droplets on her, they can drink from it. But having a little cap that catches the water, sometimes that would be good for them. Where's that moss at? Right over here. So now hopefully, it's like I'm fingering the coconut. Ugh. Let's see how high this is. We're trying to just simulate. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. And we ain't gonna need a lot of things. Again, there's not a lot of. I had fake plants in here, and she covered them up, so I just took them out because there's no sense of wasting all that good visuals for someone who is ungrateful. You're just ungrateful, Tarantula, of what I do for you, for my entertainment, my view. Oh, this is the pizza song. Because I'm finding the green moss.
King of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches. And we ripping bowls and we watching Doug right now. Nice, kinda overrated. Play perfect, doctor plays way better. Take a half that, pair of half caps, hat, mad ball, polka dot sweater. Play Ryan Fest with T and Sarah. Give me thin crust, extra marinara. My Panamera don't exist, say Nana's hands. I got the bread of golden era. I'm rassy, don't compare us. I'm chillin' on couches, surf channels to change. You lame, so don't embarrass us. You surfing on couches with nowhere to hang. I'm ragged and raised by the TV. Red Owl's my idol, so king me. I'm ragged and raised by the TV. Whole life grew up watching Goonies. King of pizza, need 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, need 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches. And we ripping bowls and we watching Doug right now. King of pizza, need 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, need 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches. And we ripping bowls and we watching Doug right now.
Wow, right now. Eat that pizza. King of pizza. We had pizza day. We had Domino's. Ooh. Oh, this is a good song, too. Yay, picking up views. All right, people. Picking up the views. Again, you're tuning in. This is what we're doing. We're listening to music. I'm doing some whatever I want. Talking whatever I want. Chilling whatever I want. Leave some comments. Ask some questions. Whatever random questions. I'll see what I can do and answer them. And then, if you're interested in paranormal topics, geeky topics, some political topics, we can all discuss that. Let's get this Moscow. Sexy Fights is the band. Wow. Topple over here. There we go. We'll just throw some green moss in. This will help hold moisture where we need it. Like that. She might tear it up anyways, but whatever. That should be good enough. Hopefully she doesn't stray. So we're gonna put this maybe up here, in case, maybe right here, we stay there. This is fine, because if anything, if she does molt at any point, the moisture that's collected here will help cover this, and then this can be here. Who knows if she's going to use it. She might cover it up again. They don't really like things of water. That's kind of why I put rocks in here, so the water can collect on things. Oh, we're going to put some moss behind here. Of the beige moss, because that would be better. Put here with some. She's like, what's going on over here? Sorry, girl. She's like, you're getting too close. But she'll be fine. Look at that. Let me get some moss behind there. And also, it's good to have something here so the crickets don't get lost behind there. And then they die, and that was just a waste of crickets. We're trying not to waste things here, okay? Yeah, try not to waste, alright? I want that other moss. I like the green because it adds some color to the dirt here. Let me see. So if I'm going to use any moss that I don't like. Oh, crap. And put behind her, I'd rather put the beige color on. Oh, this stuff's still kind of, what? That's pretty cool. All right. That's good. Oh, this is a jam, guys. This is a jam. This is a jam. Why look for this moss? Blah.
Forman cimiento, la vida se va viviendo, despierta y espanta el sueño, derrumba muros y alrededores, se acerca la madrugada y parabienes siguen sonando, se acerca la madrugada y parabienes siguen sonando. Ahí se anida la cantada y esperan la madrugada. Ahí se anida la cantada, ve que la aurora ya va llegando. Porque preguntan
No sé, hermano.
y aunque lo nieguen, lo que soy yo, y desenvuelvo lo que soy yo, y así declaro lo que soy yo.
This is Los Santos. You can find these guys on YouTube. La Combra. Apogeo? I'm horrible with my Spanish. But that's what I'm trying to say. Couldn't find the beige moss. So we're just gonna dump the green moss behind here. That will help. And also, if any crickets do fall, they can crawl back out better this way. Feel like this bottle cap's just gonna get turned over. She might not even come up once she realizes. At least this will lower the water, I guess. I wish I could put a plant in here, but she'll probably cover it up. She's like, I don't like nice things. Oh, let's take this off. Y parabienes siguen sonando, se acerca la madrugada y parabienes siguen sonando. Ahí se anida la cantada y esperan la madrugada. Ahí se anida la cantada, ve que la aurora ya va a llegar. Again, this helps catch water droplets and stuff. So she does fill this up again. Alright. Now I'm just gonna take it out and then keep up the rock situation. But yeah, I don't think she's gonna. But we're gonna test it out. This song's a jam, guys. For reals. I mean, for the most part, this is it. We changed, we did it. We got the new height. I might dump some more. I guess we already have. Might put some more rocks here. And I use my tongs for this one because I don't want to leave my hands in there. She feels a little threatened by that. Let's see here. So, you got the rocks. They can collect and hold water. You got the sphagnum moss. No, this is the white stuff. The beige stuff is sphagnum moss. This is... Oh, I forget which kind. This is a different moss. I forget which one it is. We were going to use this rock, but it doesn't matter because now for a different type of surface, also she can collect water on here. So really, I guess in the end, this ain't going to matter because there's going to be tons areas to collect water. And we'll just throw a rock there. If she moves it, she moves it. But at least most of this stuff is ready. And maybe we'll throw a little more of the substrate in here. I think that's pretty good. Let's put the flashlight in here. Sorry, girl, it's gonna bother you. I guess that's good enough. And if she digs it out, it's whatever. It should be more than enough. Again, a test. I always like putting little ornaments in here. So, since we're almost done with this might be the end of this, because we're already on for an hour and a half, practically. And I did say I kind of probably, maybe around 2, I kind of had suspected that. Alright, cool. So again, there's more. This will stop crickets from getting back here, and if they do, they can get out easier. Instead of getting stuck, because they're kind of greasy. Crickets, they just end up getting stuck somewhere, even though they could just jump their way out and they die. So we'll have that, so it doesn't totally be an open space. And again, they can collect more moisture. Bam, bam, bam. And we just have different areas and spots where moisture can collect. She might dig some of this stuff up anyways. I don't know. Hopefully, she ends up coming in here, so she's not digging up all this stuff. Which, whatever, she could.
What it look like.
What it look like. She could do whatever she wants, really.
What it fake
but
like.
Aesthetically, again, for our entertainment, my eye, because I'm really going to be the one looking at these guys. At least it'll look alright. And it should be a good home for her either way. Ooh, look at that. Damn. So, what we're going to do is throw a cricket in there.
Told you I'm a mess, but you know what, that I'm the best. Wanna help me clean up the mess? Yes, and on the 8th we rest. My Lord, we great. Gotta let
see how she reacts to that.
I'm so
gotta get some more adult crickets.
Your face.
If anyone's out there, they have information on how to breed crickets, please let me in the comments or message me, because that's where we're at right now. Well, I think most of them, you know what? I might, oh no, there's 2 in here. There's a little more. But I might give most of them to the frog. Come here, there's actually a little more. Oop. Let's see. She might eat. Look at the cricket. We'll see. Maybe she'll eat. Where's this?
Okay, everybody look in the elevator.
She might. We're gonna elevate people. So let's get some more in there. Look at that, I could just control the camera from it. Should it be just always like this? Should it be that magnified? I guess. Because you don't need to see all that stuff. She might get it. Come on. Well, she's trying to get that. I'm going to get the spray bottle and spray this real quick. Just on the outsides here, so she has some water too. I wish I could put a plant in here, but she'll probably cover it. Again. Bam, bam, bam.
What it real like, what it real like, what it real like, yeah. What it real like, what it real like, what it real, yeah. Everybody looking to medicate, yeah. Come medicate. Everybody looking to elevate, yeah. Come elevate. I said everybody looking to medicate, yeah. Come medicate. Everybody looking to elevate. Come elevate. Come elevate. Come elevate, yeah. Come elevate. Come elevate, yeah. Come medicate. Come medicate. Come medicate, yeah. Come medicate.
Alright, we're back. I'm not gonna try to get her because she might forget. But we need enough things to spray down. It's alright. Alright. That's enough. Enough spraying. Oh, she's not caring about the cricket right now, which is fine. Totally fine. We're not gonna bother her anymore, but when she's around and we're up and I'm gonna do another episode, I'll see if we can let her crawl around, grab her so you guys can see. I don't do that tarantula pinch thing. I've never done it. I just let them crawl on my hand. If they're coming up, I'm like, all right, and I'll scoop. I'll take this little paintbrush and tap her on the butt and try to direct them to where I need them to go or whatever. So you just tap them on the butt. She might not even move. There she is. Hey. We're not gonna bother her too much because she's been a good girl. She really was minding her own business. But you can see how big she is, you know? She's almost as big as this. That's why I'm thinking that was probably the reason why she covered up her hide, because it was just too small. She might, here, come on. Nah. And just so you know, the fact that she's not attacking this cricket just yet just shows how docile this particular species really is. So even me doing that, she just like moved up and that was it. I could probably do it again, but I'm not trying to stress them out. I'm just trying to show you a little bit. You know, see how she just wants to chill herself. She's just chilling. But if she was moving around and I caught her, I'd be like, all right, maybe we'll try to get you out, you know. But right now she's just chilling. I gotta see. Let's look up. I think the temperatures for these guys are pretty good. I gotta see. I've done the same basic stuff with my tarantulas. So, you know, some of it I had. The scorpions really and the avic are really the only exotic pets I had that requires like humidity and heat, or at least humidity. And let me see. Curly hair. Alright, so they can handle, see, it's called a Tectocado avopalosis, not a Brachypelma avopalosum, which I'm interested in why they changed that. They do like a little more humidity, so I should be at least focused with spraying that a little bit more. Clean, regulated, it's a shallow water. Shallow water and the right saturated glucose usually need to be misted once or twice a week. Lighting is required. So they go between 75 and 85 degrees. So it's like really the temperature we want them at. since we're in the attic, this is where all the magic takes place. It gets warm up here, that's why I wear a bandana too. And also I think I look cool in it. I also think I look cool in it. So it gets warm up here, so this is perfect. But I know when I put the AC on up here, because it gets hot, just like it gets hot up here even now, I have to open the window. But then too much air, it's like a hole. I'm constantly trying to measure heating in here. So right now I'm doing a test with the heat lamps that I have, and trying to test the humidity to see where things are at. And I got that stuff in my fingernail. So right now it's a big test. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, she's kind of big. So she could be a few years old, or she could already be a full-grown adult. And sadly, she could be dying in the next year or two. I really don't know. I didn't get her when she's small. I got her when she's this size. I've seen them kind of bigger, so I'm hoping we do get a little bit more than just a couple years out of her. Or him, but maybe I could see if it's a him or her. Can't really tell. I'm sorry, I know, you're just chilling. But we're gonna put it back too. Oh yeah, before I end, I'll show you a piece of terrain I made. Ooh, what the hell? Something hit me down there. Oh no, I'm freaking out. So hopefully she enjoys that. Where's the top to this? Oh, over there. But yeah, you can see, very docile. I touched her, she's kind of just like, ugh. They even sometimes eat kind of just like, where my other friends was like, you know, kind of type of thing. But she kind of just grabs it. It's kind of cute when she grabs food. But yeah, I didn't realize they require that. She totally hates water though. Like, she covers her water dish, and sometimes she freaks out about the water, which they're kind of skittish anyways. But we're gonna keep testing humidity and whatnot. See where we're at. But there she is. She didn't eat, probably because I'm bothering her, or because I think I fed her earlier this week. So if her gets alive in the next couple of days, she may eat it. We'll see. If she doesn't eat it yet, I'll take it out and then maybe give it to the frog or whatever. But that is that. Oh, here, so you can see all that. Closing it up. Bam, bam, bam. And that is it. We'll put it back up. Hopefully she enjoys that, and we have a happy tarantula. Yay! Alright, let me get her over here. Grab a piece of terrain real quick so you guys can see something.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
All right, so these are some terrain pieces I made. I'll show you.
I don't care about anything but these moments that we share. Right or wrong, it's not for us.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Good way to end this. So this is other stuff that I'm going to do on the live stream as well. Build terrain pieces. Put some dust on there. Because it sits up here. And the cats are up here messing with it. So, let's see. Just so you can have a sense here. This figurine is like an inch and 3/4 tall, right? So that's where they're going to be at here. Look at that. And then I'm going to do this camera so you can see what it looks like this way. There we go. So I made this out of Gatorade bottles. All right, I'm gonna make another piece you guys shows. I obviously did all this by hand. I used, what my friend Nene gave me, some of his game inserts of his new game. So I was able to use like this octagon shape. So I made it out of there. Cardboard, Gatorade bottles, and some sprue. From models I have that I cut, so I just make kind of like this gate, and this could be anything, a tower, right? Anything like that. This could be generators, but the whole point is that you have some second levels to shoot from, so you're going to gain some bonuses from being on the second level. You also have, from the second level, you can shoot other things on a different level, right? Let me put this up here. And then, give you another reference. So these are Necrons, which I showed you this. So this guy is like one of their daddies, right? Let's just put that there. So like, this Daddy Necron. He's like, hey, I got my orb. And then these guys, which I didn't paint. Oh, looks like I gotta glue that, but whatever. These guys are Chaos Bikers. So they're basically possessed, which I could still use as, I guess, any type of Space Marines, which it's a whole thing to get into about that. But so I have these guys, which I have a whole, like almost 3,000 points of Tau, about 1,500 or more of Necrons, and maybe 700 of Chaos, and maybe 500 Space Marines. So these are Chaos Space Marines, and then there's regular Space Marines that are not, taken over by a Chaos Demon and are heretics of the Imperium. And then, of course, they all do different things. So it's like, hey, we're up here. We're going to gain a bonus from shooting you down there. So the only thing you can shoot, bam, here, blah, blah, blah. And so there's room to hide behind. For instance, this guy could be over here giving bonuses, and this guy would have to be like over here to shoot through him. This guy can't see him. As you see, let's bring this forward. Oh, what's this guy over here? Something knocked over. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was you, boss? Boss, did you fall? Boss, did you fall? Oh, there's another good one. Boss fell here. There we go. So yeah, he's being blocked. You gotta get in certain directions to get to this guy, or be right here. You know what I'm saying? Or on the other side of this. Then you got these guys up here gaining bonuses for being up inside the terrain. And that's almost like how a game of 40K is positioning yourself to get into line of sight. But because I got the back on. Because, you know, I like different styles, I create all sorts of terrain out of different things. So I'm going to do one because I have more Gatorade bottles I saved that are this size. I'm going to make a few of these because I think I only made 2. So I'm going to make 2 more to have a collection of 4. And maybe anyone out there is playing 40K, or I thought about possibly doing a terrain building class at the Y, or maybe a library, but most of the Y that I go to in Berlin. I'm thinking of doing something like that. So 1, we can get kids into Warhammer, and 2, learn how to recycle, because this, you know, buying terrain, buying these pieces, I buy these used half the time, so it's even cheaper. But it could be an expensive thing. And if you like modeling, you like gaming, you like war games, this game is perfect. I mean, there's tons of other options out there, but we're talking about Warhammer right now. You know, there's different factions here fighting each other. He's like, hey, I'm going to knock you over. No, it doesn't work like that. You got to roll to shoot, measure how far you can shoot, etc., etc. So, but yeah, this piece made out of cardboard and Gatorade bottles and some sprue. And of course, you probably got some of the stuff lying around your house, and you can just do whatever you want with it, you know, create something. So this could be a tower, or, you know, maybe these are generators. That was like my initial inspiration. I did just kind of generators of some sort, or they could be, you know, some sort of silo or something, you know, whatever. But the whole point is you got different areas to play on and use to your benefit, you know. I kind of more inspired this off Admic when it comes to the game. They're also Imperium related to, I don't have the guy here, but related to the Space Marines. And their colors are kind of like burgundy red, something like that. And I just kind of focused that around, so I could use this for anything. It could be generic, but if I'm playing Admic with one of my friends, if I ever get back to doing that. And then I could play that. Otherwise, you know, I make just other generic, you know, again, you could just imagine this to be generic of anything. But like, for instance, this is some space rock, some moon rock, right? Again, you can get behind it. It's going to block some shots. You're going to gain some cover, you know, and different angles to shoot. Provide different angles to shoot. You know, like you're going to have like, you know, 3 of these guys or more going along this rock to gain some cover. While you have one guy here, so you can fit a lot of stuff here. Covers a lot more. And then of course they got to go around to get you. They can't go through this. But yeah, so you got this piece, and this is again cardboard, and this is 8 cartons. Well, yeah, having kittens again. Some good stuff right there. Good stuff again. Check out the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean.com. Look for the 24-7 radio stream. You can tune in, listen to all the music. Or you can tune into this live and listen to this live right now. Happy Bar Mitzvah. See if anyone's tuning in real quick. Miss anything? Not too much. Just got a few more views. That's not bad. Especially for saying, oh, this is another good song. Man, there's so many jams, guys. So many jams. Hey, thanks, YouTube. Someone liked the show. So, made out of 8 cartons. Cut them up, hot glue the stuff together, cardboard, cut into piece. And now you got space rock. Spray paint, prime it, spray paint, bam, space rock. Very easy. Instead of buying some kit that's probably $50 with 4 pieces, you got 8 cartons at home. You can make whatever you want. And I got pictures I posted up before of what I've done. I can check on my Instagram, which is CrazyJ82, and Facebook as well. There's another piece. It's a corner piece, as you see. This is just, it's not cardboard. This is styrofoam that I ended up using a hot knife to make these here, and then used a water Elmer's glue mix to strengthen it so I can spray paint on there and gain, what happened there? Whatever. And gain this piece, because a lot of terrain pieces in Warhammer are like this. 2 stories tall, corner pieces. You look at some boards, you can see this. So you have, again, it looks like a, whatever, maybe part of a cave or a rock or a concrete building. Such a great piece. Again, this is taken from, I found this probably in the garbage, these fat pieces. But again, this could be anything you're getting from Amazon, any type of packaging that has the styrofoam in it that is flat, and I just glue it and make it hot, cut whatever I want, or you can cut it with a knife. It doesn't matter. I just use a hot one because it makes it smooth, and you can gain kind of some texture to it when you're doing it, just like I did here and here and here. And of course, paint as you like, do whatever you want with it. I got other pieces I'll show you later as we go, another episode. Let's just keep showing the paint, and then we'll have an episode where I'm actually building this stuff, which is, hopefully to help someone, just like I'm doing this rehousing and stuff. So again, corner piece, look at this, covers a lot. They can't see through this unless they go around. I have some pieces that are more open here, but they're open here, so you would have to be here, Let's just say these guys are up here. Again, they can hide here if they want to. Completely out of line of sight. You would have to be on another building to see them, or on this side to see them. Bam, bam, bam. And he's like, yo, I see you. This guy's going to be underneath, providing cover, or providing abilities, auras and stuff like that. Also hiding, so if someone does come and let's say he's, come kick their ass, he's a surprise. But he's hidden, so while these guys are trying to shoot these guys, they're going to get their bus because their leader is inside, and hidden from these guys doing their damage. And of course, they would have to go all the way around. They can't just go through this, obviously. They got to go all the way around just to hit this guy, which will take their movement or turns, or they can, this unit's going to have to work together, so they're just going to have to come around together and shoot. Hopefully kill these guys really quick. Usually there's probably going to be a bunch of these guys. There's never really 2 unless they kill the bunch off already. But yeah, so you got 2 levels. You're gaining bonuses for them. You're gaining bonuses for being inside here. And it's a great terrain piece. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like a cliff or something, That was my thing. So I got a set. I think I got a set of 4 of this. I might do more, but I might make some for a friend of mine. And I've probably been talking over I got to test this audio out. So I might make one for a friend of mine who just got into Warhammer, so he has terrain pieces of his own. But I also was thinking, if I am getting more serious with this, and then people are out there who play War Game or are interested or play Warhammer, I might do a giveaway. Well, I'll make a terrain piece or do the terrain piece on here that I make, and whoever's interested, I'll do a giveaway and send it out. Which is funny because I've done giveaways and I still got stuff I didn't send out. But yeah, I can send it out, whatever, make some kind of initiative or whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Basically, make the piece, people are interested, we'll do a little giveaway, and you can have an official made piece like this. Otherwise, I thought about maybe selling it on eBay, extra pieces. I'll have time to show other things too, which that reminds me. I gotta get a board I made, but I made D&D boards, role-playing boards, and terrain for that. I got another one, which I'll show you on another episode, right? Because we're starting to get to the last few minutes here. So, and yeah, I think 2 hours is more than enough time. We can accomplish one thing. So yeah, just tuning in, show's about me, talking about the stuff I like, which is this, sharing the music that you're listening to right now, and discussing all sorts of topics, obviously, and doing whatever I'm going to do on here, either just like I rehouse my scorpion that I got earlier this week, or fix up my curly-haired tarantula's cage. I'm just going to do this on here because sometimes I'm up late. I might do them a little earlier now because I can't be up till almost 2 o'clock in the morning all the time. It's a Saturday. But I do got to get up around 8 or 9 tomorrow. So I should give me enough sleep to get through the day. Excuse me. But if you enjoy this, share it. Give me some feedback in the comments. Do that whole thing. You know, you hear what these guys say. Do all that. I would appreciate it. And tell me what topics you want me to cover, or go over, or things I could improve on, whatever it may be. You know, maybe this music's too loud. I'm talking too loud over it. It's a possibility. But the overall gist of this Chillin' with Jay stuff is anything can go, kind of. You know. Maybe aliens will come and I'll get abducted right here. Who knows? I may have a script and go off while I'm doing a project or something. I might talk about what I'm doing with the project, and then I might have some outline of the things I want to talk about, you know, which I should do more often than I used to. But I do like kind of just chilling, right? Not trying to force too much, and just kind of going with the flow with things and sharing these things where I can. So again, if you enjoyed it, you're Chillin' with Jay. And most definitely, I think there was a topic I wanted to touch on earlier, but I could do that next time. So I hope you enjoyed this, and hope I get to see you guys again. Thanks for all the views on YouTube and the views on Facebook, which again, Facebook is it's catching on. The earlier episodes were getting hundreds of views, and I just did them this week. So, you know, that we're already hitting the over 200 views mark. So hopefully I can get that interest back up again, which it should, I guess. And the people who've been asking for me to be doing podcasts and stuff, hopefully this kind of fills that void a little bit. And hopefully if you're interested in some of the things that I do and talk about, I mean, like I said, there's tons of things to catch up on, like I explained earlier. So, but here, one last look of my terrain before we go. Gonna close it out. Thank you again, and yeah, catch you next time.
He was on his way to Florida. That's where the Lord told him to go. He can't go back to Mexico. He says he doesn't know the hour or the day, but in his dream he's seen the crumbling decay. The most important thing he had to say. Don't be afraid, 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 don't be afraid.